What is up and happening, you amazing people, you amazing people, people. I hope that you are doing well. Oh, do da day. Hey! What is up? What is happening, everybody? It is Janelle here, and I hope that you guys are doing well. I truly apologize for my hair. It kind of wants to stay like this, but sometimes it just does its own thing. And also, I feel like this camera isn't focusing, and it makes me really sad because it's not focusing. Oh, that's nice. Okay. In honor of Black History Month, let's be motivated. Let's be inspired. Let's have that yes moment looking at some amazing women. Marianne Shad, writer, educator, lawyer, and anti-slave activist. She was the first Black woman to be published, to have her own newspaper called the Provincial Freeman, and that just talked about the success of Black people in the 19th century. Self-reliance is the fine road to independence, and that's so amazing to me because sometimes in order to survive and in order to be strong and courageous, you need to go against the grain, and sometimes that involves not doing what everyone else is doing and doing your own thing. Maya Angelou, an American civil rights activist, author, and poet. There were 3 quotes that I found resonated with me that I had to incorporate all of them. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. And the 3rd one, we delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Now, where to begin? It's so important to treat people with the utmost respect because you never know how you'll be able to change the way that they feel, to change their perspective, and that can be in a negative way, that can be in a positive way. But of course, it's always best to strive for the positive way, that you can change someone's perspective and change someone's attitude. I believe that that is the best way that you can communicate with someone on an emotional level, where they remember the way that they felt when you spoke to them or when you did that act or whatever the case may be. It's so often that we have such a negative outlook on life, right? And that negative outlook will be the filter for the way that you see things. So you might have, for example, someone who is really negative in your life, or you might have a negative thing happen to you, but you are 100% responsible for the way that you react to that thing or that person, right? So if you have a better outlook, if you have a positive outlook on life, then hopefully that outlook will change your perspective and will change the way that you view that incident. And the last one, about beauty. It is so easy to forget about all the changes that person has gone through or that thing has gone through to achieve that success or achieve that beauty. Beauty in the form of success might be one thing. We just want to see a quick final product and don't really enjoy the process, or don't really think much about the process it takes to get to that end goal. The next woman, Rosa Parks, an American civil rights activist, also known as the mother of the freedom movement. And of course, she is well known for not giving up her seat on the Montgomery bus, December 1st, 1955. I've learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. Fear is good in moderation. You know, like the fear of drowning might prevent you from just going into a large body of water with no sense of security, with no lifeguard around or no life jacket. But then fear of socializing or fear of, you know, just being yourself can really hinder you. And so courage is important to have when we put others before ourselves and we see the way that others are in need. that can motivate us to step out of our shell and really do something for somebody else. I know so many people, myself included, where the motivation to do things isn't as strong when it's something that only we want to do and something where only I'm going to be the one holding myself accountable. But if I know that I have to do something for somebody else by tonight at 6 p.m., you bet that I'm going to make sure that I can make that happen, right? Because I don't want to let that person down. And I want to be able to help that person with whatever it is that they're going to do. Michelle Obama. I mean, she's a lawyer, she's a writer, the First Lady of the United States of America, and the creator of Let's Move, a program to solve the issue of childhood obesity. The problem is when the fun stuff becomes the habit, and I think that's what's happened in our culture. Fast food has become the everyday meal. Now, I know this is kind of random. This isn't, one of those inspirational quotes about fortitude and courage and things like that I've said so far, but it's extremely important just the same as all the other quotes, because this is talking specifically about health. Too much of one thing can become bad. Everything in moderation. And it is important to take care of yourself, to be healthy, whether it's physically healthy, mentally, emotionally, spiritually healthy. Those things are all important to live a well-balanced, enjoyable, happy, positive life. Harriet Tubman, one of the lead organizers in the Underground Railroad in the 19th century. The Underground Railroad being a network of secret passages for enslaved people of African descent to travel to free states or places in Canada. And to be honest, I have no idea how she did this, because to stay hidden, to endure the long travel with so many people in tow, she took about 15 to 19 trips from Canada to the States, bringing about 300 people to Canada, where they were considered free. Amazing. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember that you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Even when you think that the dream that you have is never going to be achievable, I do believe that in some way, shape, or form it is possible for that goal to be met, right? And Harriet clearly believed the same thing, right? And there's sometimes you might say that chance or luck even is the reason why that person got that amazing opportunity or why that person's dreams came true, but most of the times there is a formula to it, and Harriet touches on that. The strength, the patience, and the passion. The strength, the fortitude, no matter what kind of adversity you face, no matter how challenging it might be, the setbacks, the mistakes that are made, if you have the strength to keep going, you can get closer to that dream, right? I feel like there's this quote by, I really wish I knew who it was by. I'm gonna put the quote below. Yeah, the people who quit didn't realize that the mistake they made was just another way that whatever they were doing to reach that goal wasn't the way that they were gonna do it, right? So, and that just showed them that they needed to go back to the drawing board. But instead of going back to the drawing board, they completely fold up that idea and tuck it away, never to be seen again, and just to collect dust. And that's not the way to live, people. It's not the way to live. Anywho's it's the patience, again, with the fortitude, just keep striving, keep going, and the passion. If you really, really want it, it will most likely happen. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was really fun to make, and I hope this motivated you guys and inspired you guys to reach above and beyond. Good morning, noon, and night, wherever you are in the world, and I shall talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. 1. Jesse Owen. Jesse Owens was born James Cleveland Owens in Oakville, Alabama on September 12, 1913. Number 2, he was the... I feel like I might be doing this for the entire video, I'm sorry.